Okay. Let's see here. Is mic? Okay, mic's working. All right, we are back. And I did a little bit of research, aka struggled, but we have a working solution. So what that means is, actually I want to check something. I doubt it will work. Yeah, it's not. Okay, so what that means, what I need to do, actually move this over. And then, I need to capture this. Okay. So, or, you know what, better yet. I'll turn that off. I'm actually going to add another source. And I'm going to make it a render. Yeah, here we are. Okay. Okay, so this is the final rendered image. Let me quickly get it set up on both things. It'd be awesome if I could actually. I despise Blender sometimes. Cool, awesome, that's so cool. Okay, that should do it. All right. Okay. So yeah, so that's the render. So anytime that I render something, because I'll actually be able to see it, which is good. So what we're working on is making this look nice today. Also, I just realized that. Why is that in front of everything? It's annoying. Why? Get rid of that. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so essentially my goal is to kind of finalize the lighting a bit. Right now it's really bright. I don't really want that. And the way I have this set up, unfortunately it's going to be a little hard to see. But I have two separate renders, and the reason is because you'll notice that the feet are clipping through, so I had to actually render one set of objects over the other. It works though, so that's all that really matters. But what I want to do, so let's go ahead and turn this on, and I don't need. I'm actually curious if I denoise it. Yeah, that'll do. I actually am kind of curious though. If I went up to 128. Yeah, it doesn't really give any more accurate looks, so. Okay, so there's a couple things I'm going to want to do. I'm going to want to tweak this so that I get the final kind of look that I want. I am really tempted to make light shining through the window. I might try that. We'll see. We're just going to kind of play around today, and see how things go. Let's give it 25. That gives a little bit more of a moodier kind of scene. The other thing I want to do is I actually want to make this bigger. And ideally, like, make it so that the door is proportional to him. That looks about right. Let's see here. Let's see what it looks like when we render this. Is this seriously gonna... Hold on. Where did it go? Why isn't it... There we go. I don't know why it wasn't working properly. Okay, hopefully that won't be a problem. Let's set up our other scene here. I want to try like some different lights as well. So let's go ahead and add a spotlight. We're gonna try a spotlight here. Turn that off. Spotlight. Okay. So the reason I want to try a spotlight out is spotlights can have a bit more control in the area that you want to light up, and give a little bit of a harder shadow, which is fun. We are going to soften it a touch. I mean, we could keep it really sharp. Cool. Hold on. Let's try something here. So let's add another light. The fun of it. What happens if we do a sunlight? See, we get this kind of nice like shadow. That's kind of why I want to do this. Let's see what that looks like. We have kind of this neat shadow cast. Maybe not that strong. And then we do more with the spotlight. Oh, yeah, there you go. I could also move this out. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Got to turn that on. Okay. See what it looks like. So I'm gonna have to kind of match the lighting. I almost wonder if I should have done an inverted shadow, and that way I could do some like lighting effects on the color. Could technically do that. Of course, the hood. How do I want to do this? And it's, dang it, it broke again. Why does it keep breaking? That's really annoying. That's gonna get so annoying. That's kind of what we got going so far. The only problem with doing the kind of like light like this is unless I'm able to, maybe I can kind of arc it. Yeah, we can do something like that. Nice. Depends on how Graham is going to show up. Okay. Part of me wants to increase light. Okay, so now the question is, how do I want to go about that color there? What we can do is we can go down color. Shadow is over it. Oh, let's go to color. Let's go to shading. And basically, so the way that I have this set up is, it's a little bit covered up, I see. Shadows is the most complicated one because I had to like figure out how to like invert a bunch of junk and like get the actual surfaces that I wanted in the proper alphas. Honestly, I don't even remember what I did. But now, so what I sort of want to do now is grab the inverse of the shadow, so everything that's not in shadow, so that I can play with that. So, and I want to do it on color. In this case, we have the flats, we have the color. I'm gonna need to bring in the shadow. So let me do that real quick. Hello, Evan. Or Evna, I'm sorry. Good to see you. If I miss messages, I apologize. I'm a little in focused mode. Okay, so we need... Okay, so we have the shadow here, of course. Get off of there. Image sequence. Okay. Okay, I gotta think this through. So what I want to do is I want to grab the inverse, everything that's not in shadow, basically. Well, yeah, it does. Okay. I may need to make another mask for the hood. I don't know yet. We'll see. Hopefully not, but we'll see. I don't know if there's any way to key that out. Probably isn't. There probably is, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so of the shadow. And what do I want to do? How do I want to do? Well, actually, I do kind of know how I'll do this. Okay, hold on. Wrong. That's so annoying. Okay, so what we actually want to do... This is an alpha color. Could use the flats as an overlay. Actually, you know, I know exactly how to do this. Color, input. What have we got? We have RGB with tangent wave UV map, color attribute, bevel, light path. I'm curious about light path, but RGB. So essentially, so what we're going to use this for is go in here. I need to actually reference. How did I do this? Here. Okay, so this is flats. The alpha is going into B, which is mixing with the shadows. That's mixed into this. So that's all for alpha though. And then I'm inverting the alpha at the same time. Basically, I'm mixing together, inverting this so that it only... Okay, yeah. And then I'm subtracting those. Gosh, how in the world did I do this? Okay, so what I want to do is basically I want this color factor... Okay, I think what I do... Okay, I think I know what to do. And I want this to be subtract... Actually, hold on. The other way. A into B. And we want this to be subtract. Or subtract. There you go, subtract. We're gonna go with like a yellow tint, a yellow orange reddish tint. I want it to be bright though. And then we want another mix. Color. We want this in, yeah, we do want that in B. Okay, that looks right. Okay. There's some weirdness going on with that. Where's that coming from? I don't know where that's coming from. Let's see what we can do with like an overlay. Okay, that gives us like kind of the tint that we're looking for. Yeah, okay, this is, we're on the right track. I don't know where that artifacting is coming from though. What is that? What about like color dodge? Yeah, that is actually kind of what we're going for. All right, then I can kind of play with the value, maybe light and darken it. I need to try to see if I can fix that. What are you? No, honestly, that kind of works in and of itself. Do I even need this? You know, kind of think I don't actually. I don't need this because this is on a separate layer anyway. So that doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so that'll work. Okay, I just realized I don't need that. Oh. Okay. Screen. I want screen. What about add? Nah, not add. Color dodge. I think is the best one we got. Yeah. Color dodge. For the fun of it, let's re-render this. Okay, so now kind of going with more of this golden haze. So that's what we kind of want to recreate. Might be a little much, honestly. There we go. Okay. So now let's go ahead. Let's go here. And let's bring things into more of that golden kind of orange range. Actually, maybe like a nice blue against the, or like the orange. Let's see what that looks like. It's a little dark. I'm wondering. They're pushing it up a touch. Done. wonder if I can do light shafts somehow. And technically I could do that in DaVinci after the fact. But let me just look it up real quick here. Volume shader. Okay, so I gotta remember how to do this. So not a plane. Cube. And then I'm actually going to turn this off real quick. So my computer doesn't want to die. All right, and then we're going to shaders. We want volume. And scatter maybe? Oh. Sun. I gotta remember how the volume fader works. Oh. Okay. Hold on. We got something going here. Now it's really dense. But the only problem is, okay, I see surface. I want remove actually. There we go. Okay. Volume. We want volume scatter. We want. Can I set it to only be affected by one light source? I can think of a way to do this. Kind of. Let me think about this. Alternatively, this will be a little bit strange, but it would work. I build the volume. I think I know what to do. Okay. So what we are going to do is we're going to take, I'm going to go to edit mode. Not sculpt mode, edit mode. And we're going to select base here, bring it up over here. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to set up our volume to exist only where we want it to. Now, this won't be perfect. I wonder if I could just delete that line. I might be able to just delete that line. Well, actually we won't bother. Right there. And we won't see the window, so it doesn't matter if it's totally matched up, but I do want to take the thing here. Okay, so now, let's see what that looks like now. Yeah, that's a little bit more like what we want. Okay, I think I need to... so let's go back to object mode. And let's say... density. Displacement. Is there anything? Extra coordinate, particle info, position, vector. It was so text coordinate generated. Let's generate from. Nah, that's not right. Window camera. So that's no. Tangent, particle info. What I would like is I want noise. Vector displacement mapping. What about displacement? You know, I wonder if I could go to the shading. Okay, hold on. So we have this displacement here, the normal. Let me see, input, is there noise? We have Fresnel. That's not what we're looking for though. I want to say there is a noise map, isn't there? Where is that at? Noise texture. Maybe this? 3D? Put that factor into the normal, maybe. And the idea is we basically want to like displace this. We want to give it a little bit of unevenness, if I can. The 2D. I don't know if this is working. I think it maybe kind of is. I don't know. Order looks like it is. Whatever. Doesn't hurt anything, so we're just gonna leave that there. Let's go back here and render. Is this 2D or 3D animation? It's both! In reality, though, it's... Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know what that is. That might be my distortion. It's both. It's 2D in a 3D environment. So, essentially, like, the whole inspiration behind this... Okay, I'll have to fix that. The whole inspiration behind this is... yeah, I can kind of see it. Is the fact that... what fog we can go more like that. Wait, is that really? Whoa, that's interesting. Is so in the olden times, during the production phases of animation, what you would do is you would essentially, I can actually show you, you'd have your cell, right? You'd have your celluloid image that's been drawn on by the cleanup team and then painted by color and ink. And that's the final image, right? So essentially, I have that, right? The animation that I've been working on, I exported out the image sequences, right? So what this isn't a single image. If can't really see it on the phone side, but these are all individual layers. So if I were to take like the line work, for example, I could literally physically move this line work out of position. I'm not going to do that, obviously, because I want them stacked together. That's how you would do it back in the day. No, there's a handshaking camera plugin. Actually, that's good to know. Because eventually, this one I'm just doing a still camera, but eventually I do want to do like hand cam essentially. So I'll have to look into that actually. I had ideas on how I was going to do that. There's modifiers and stuff like that to give shape, but that plugin might be a better option to go with. But so right now, essentially what I'm doing is I'm setting up the environment, and I had to set the environment up in a separate scene because I want all of this to be on top of everything. I want, no matter what, no matter where it is, no matter how it's placed, I want it to be above and fully visible compared to the room. So you'll notice, like, so I have the color here, that's to catch the shadows, but you'll notice the feet are stuck in the ground right now. I don't want that to show up in the final sequence, so that's why I have the two different scenes that are being blended together. So let's go ahead and render this. Of course, I need to rework this. Really annoying that it does that. Okay, it's such a hard edge. I want to try to fix that. So I just realized that's another part of the geometry I need to fix. So let's go to edit mode. Actually, I'm probably going to go with more like a blue light coming in. Once this is like set up, like setup, also I just realized that it's offset as well, so we need to do that. That should do it. That'll be a close enough approximation, I think. Maybe. Okay, So the only thing is I really need to figure out. Okay, let's go back to 0. Let's turn down the density as well. We really don't need that much. And ideally, okay, so let's make this also blue. Come on. There we go. So displacement. I feel like I need to do something with the displacement. I'm not sure what. Not vector transform. Okay. Let me go to shading. What vector transform do we? Not really. Okay, I think I see how that's working. That's okay. I think I know why it's breaking. Really annoying that it does that. That doesn't look too bad. Let me pull it up here. There we go. Only the phone stream tonight? No, there should be 2 streams. 1 second. Yeah, there's 2 streams. If you clicked on the link and it sent you here, then I don't know what to tell you. I sent the desktop stream. It's just YouTube being stupid. Technically, YouTube does have a feature where it's like, oh, stream on your phone alongside a horizontal normal stream, but it sucks because all it does is it takes your stream and chops off the 2 sides. You can't do a custom layout, so it just looks like crap. So I have to stick to the dual setup, the janky dual setup, until YouTube actually like figures out what it wants to do. But yeah, there should be a desktop stream as well, which is a little bit easier to watch, I imagine, for something like this. Okay, so I got some light shafts, which is nice. I want to see. Okay, let's. I'm mostly doing. Come on, I'm in edit mode. Dang it. Do I want to pull the radius in? You know, I do kind of want to soften the shadows a bit. So let's pull the radius in, and then kind of soften the shadows just a touch. I'm trying to think of like what time of day I want this to be. I think it's day. It might be. I don't know. We could do like night. Shadow caustics. Looked in the live section and it's not there. Well, then YouTube is a friggin' piece of garbage. I'm streaming. It says I'm streaming. That's really annoying. Do I want the shadows to be that soft? I kind of don't. And I do want it to be really hard shadow. Hold on. Let's try something. Let's add. I'm actually gonna though turn off the lighting for now because it's really laggy. Why did you do that? There. And I'm gonna say add a light, not a point light, an area light. You know, what am I doing? I already have an area light, don't I? Yeah, I do. Let me add the area light. Let me kind of bring it up. Not that. Why? essentially what I want to kind of do is set up a double light setup. We have the strong shadows, but we also have the kind of a bit more of a built-in light scenario. Although, actually, that's interesting. I have an idea here. We're actually gonna go more blue. Okay, so it's kind of like almost an evening light. Well, here's what we can do. Let's change this to more of an orange. Put up with the film view tonight? I don't know what to tell you, man. That's really frustrating. It's like I'm watching the desktop version. I mean, let me directly link you. Let me take a direct link and just like send it to you. Just to test this real quick. See if this works. Because if it's not showing up in YouTube, then friggin' that's stupid. And it's double stupid because I specifically actually accidentally started the vertical stream. Gotta take out the garbage in a second. Okay. Test that link out when you get back though, if you want. I'm curious. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. That looks all right. I want to try to be a bit more specific with the light though on this sequence. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take maybe a point light. Take a point light and I'm going to be like super specific with it. This is going to be turned off. And that way it has some like radiation to it. Actually, I kind of do want to go with a more blue filter. See what that looks like. A little too dark down there. This is the only unfortunate thing about the way I'm doing it is I have to like kind of manually blend it. That kind of works. Test another cell out. This one where he moves right. Yeah, that's the only thing. I would like the lighting to lay over him. Can I do that though? No, it's different now. Just realizing you put glossiness in roughness. I'm not sure I follow. Like, are you saying that that roughness determines how glossy or not glossy something is? Because that's the case. I turned that off in general to give just a cleaner image. Although, if like, generally speaking, the way that things were lit was to avoid sheen. So you wouldn't get that in traditional animation. How can I do this? Maybe... What would happen? Okay, let's test something real quick. This should kind of break things a little bit. I took away the background. But that's still there. The only problem is that, but that can be fixed. That's still there though. Interesting. Okay. Then I might, and it might, be able to make this work. I might have to do another light pass, but we can do that. Actually, yeah. I just realized that that's the volume. The volume is the only thing. Yeah, okay, that's easy, actually. Well, okay, and the sun. But, now I gotta remember how to make a new scene, which is annoying. Okay. So, I'll show kind of how this works here in a second once I actually make the second scene. I gotta remember how to make a new scene. Oh yeah, that's right. Here we are. New. Okay, we have a new scene, and this will be light beam. This is the light beam scene, and what I want to do is I want to take the sun and I want to take the cube. I want to copy those into into here. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, we have volume scatter. Why aren't you following geometry? Hold on. Let me try. Well, let's try just run. Oh, no camera. Okay, I need to bring the camera over as well. Yeah. Okay. Why aren't you actually following the geometry? Let me try restarting. Nope, that didn't work. That's strange. Let me try resetting the volume scatter. I don't understand. Okay, it just... it's acting on its own now. Oh boy, it's become sentient. It's become sentient and it's proven that it hates me. Ugh. Why is it not... What am I not doing? Right. I mean, maybe... Okay, remove. Huh. Is that so? I don't really understand why the volume isn't voluming. It volumes here. It volumes here very good. Look at that volume. Ain't that the most volume to volume you ever did volume? Why is this like this? See, I swear, if Blender actually, like, responded in the way I expected, I could get so much more done so much quicker. So much more quickly. I need to figure out why it's doing this. Because it's below the sun? Oh, I just... Or above the sun, rather? I don't understand. Am I gonna have to set up a whole new volume? See, like, why do I have to do that? Like, that's just a pain. Because now I need to match it to the other volume. Okay, let's just make sure this is going to work. Because otherwise my world settings are wrong or something. Okay, new. I actually want to remove that. I just want the volume to be a volume scatter. No, it's wrong. It's all wrong. Why is it wrong? Why is it doing this? Why is it doing this? Something's wrong with this scene. What's the difference? Okay, fine. We're going to delete this scene. We're going to go back to room, and we're going to duplicate this scene. And we're just going to delete everything except the volume. That worked. I don't know why. I don't understand things. Okay, but we can rename this to light. Okay, so now we have the light beam on its own, doing its thing. So now we need to go back to compositing, and we want to go here. And here, the idea behind this, okay, turn that off for now. That's really dumb. All right. You know, is there a way to capture method? No. Okay. Window title must match. Okay. So if I do that, okay, there we go. That'll do better. All right. And if I get rid of it, then it goes away. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. So now what I need to do is I need an input method, or yeah, I need an input method, scenes, render layers, view layer. I want light. Okay. So in the light layer, okay, so this is basically how I'm combining these two scenes. You'll notice that this one is just one, right? What I want to do, so I get the flare, is I want to mix. So I'm gonna grab another mix, color mix, not alpha over. Maybe alpha over. I don't know. Maybe. And we want this to go in. And we want this to be the factor or the other one to be the factor. I think we want this to be the factor. Let's find out if it works. Okay, the volume is not over him. I think actually we want to switch the. So, yeah. We want mix. Yes. Okay, let's try this again. This is gonna get a lot more complicated. Well, actually, no, it won't. Oh, shoot. Oh, I know. I know what the problem is. I need to do transparency in that scene. So go up here. We want film transparent. There we go. So let's try it again. Look at it render. Oh, that's, well, that'll work. I think we want quicker. It should work. And technically I can actually probably like blend it a little bit more as well. Okay. Oh, especially strong. Let me make sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's try overlay. happens if we do an overlay? The alternative is to bring it into that scene. I don't know if that's going to work if I can't copy and paste it. Honestly, let's try that real quickly. Actually. I mean, it's not especially strong. I would like it to be a little bit more present. In front of him. I could try strengthening it. Let's go here. Let's just kind of like play around with this a bit. That's really dense. Let's try something. Done. Give me 50. Give me like, yeah, just absolutely blast it. Excuse me. Yeah. It's layering. Let's try just white light. Let's just find out what happens. Not really. Oh. That might help. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's working. Now, that's not a bad way to do it. Render it just to get a better look. Yeah, okay. I actually do like that. I do wonder if I should do more of like a blue cold light over here and warm this up a bit though. Okay, let's this actually looks all right. Let's go room. I want to kind of actually make this a little stronger. Let's... like that. And then, actually, we're going to add light. Add a point light over in this corner. This is going to be a little weird because we're essentially going to like... really dense blue light over there. Actually going to rotate this. That. Ideally, I would like to figure out how to do light blocks. Maybe I can kind of... Oh, I already sent it. The lid on the recycling bin is frozen. So yeah, if you just check DMs. Okay. Okay, that's looking all right. Let me know if it works, because if it doesn't, then I don't know what to do. I'm noticing I'm getting more noise in there. Hello, are you on the... Indeed you are. Okay, so... yeah, I don't know. So there you go. You can watch on that side though now. It's good. Okay. He's awfully blue. Let's try that. Yeah, not for real. That's a little better, I think. I'll have to fix all that noise. Let me see if I can do that here real quick. Got a rendering. I'm gonna need it to be, let's try 32. That might do it. I do want to see if I can kind of feather the edge a bit more. Actually, that is something that I would like to try to figure out is... I feel like displacement... Okay, let me try... If I go here... So in theory, I should be able to change the density input hold on, with a color ramp. Hold on. Volume info. Dude, where is the color ramp? I swear, man, like inverter color ramp, there it is. Okay. And in theory, actually, let's do this. We need to apply this to a kind of vector. Oh, wait, hold on. No. That's not displacement. I don't think it's displacement. No, it's, I want to adjust the, basically I want to like tell the density, oh, change as you go along this vector. We have vector curves, normal mass, we have vector displacement, we have vector transform, vector displacement. No. I know it's possible. Map range? Yeah. Also do a light fall off. Hold on. Hello. Of course, then it turns black. I don't want that. What about linear? What about constant? What about color? Okay, we're getting a little closer. 100% green. We don't want it going to black. We want it going to nothing. We want it to disappear, essentially. Yeah. That's all linear. Well, maybe. No. Why is it going black? That's interesting. Something like that, but it's not really what we want. Well, what else have we got? Float curve. What world is it? This might sort of make sense. Oh, hello. Doesn't really do anything. Again, all it does is it changes the color. Why would it be changing the color when I'm not dealing with color? I feel like I'm so close, which is annoying. I just need this to actually be transparent. Oh, displays for the surface. Okay, so that's not useful. How do I distort the volume? We have a noise texture. We have a wave texture. We have white noise texture. Gradient. Okay, none of these are gonna. Static, easing. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Can I? Hold on. Converter. Can we do like a color to? That's XYZ. Well, you know, hold on. Vector mask. That's to add vectors. I don't, or to do vector stuff. We have vector stuff, but we have vector curves. We have displacement. I don't want to do that. What about curves? We can give a curve along the X. I don't know if I want a vector. I want a factor. That's what these are. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We have something? Which curve am I on? Not from that. Oh. We are affecting the density, but again, it's all linear. All along the same value. Is everything... Ugh. Is that how that works? Hold on. Maybe... Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. That's not right. No, I'm not looking at this wrong. Not really doing anything. What's the alpha? That just gets rid of it altogether. Come on. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. Oh man. This is the one. This is one thing that I will say about Blender is that it is incredibly cryptic with its node engine. You basically have to look this stuff up to know what any of this stuff does properly. It's like stupidly cryptic. Because I've used node engines where it's like you can puzzle it out. You can figure it out. This is not one of them. Which kind of sucks. Come on. That's interesting. I'm guessing all that matters is the factor. Ah. That's interesting. Why that would be. I have an idea. Let's say Arkin. Essentially what I want to do, find one where subtract. Did it work? Finish stuff? No, I'm still on it. I'm just messing around with trying to get light volumes to work. Which I mean, I did get, like, I can show what I got going on here. I got a wicker and I render it. Let's see. A few seconds. What I've got so far. It's gonna be a little bit weird with the way the light is, but you'll see it here. Actually, this is good. I need to test the new sample amount. So essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this light beam kind of fall off. It's still really noisy. I wonder if that's just the mixing quality. That's not the best. No. The worst, but it's not the best either. I wonder if I can fix that a little. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out a way to like get fall off to happen. It's going to be difficult. I've never properly dove into these nodes before. So like I don't know exactly how these values work. So for example, what I'm trying to do, so density is exactly what it sounds like. It changes the density, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use a factor like a color ramp to act as a, hey, when it's black, this is the value. When it's white, this is the value, right? And so basically I want to, across this vector, this direction, which I think, yeah, is on the y-axis, I want it to like decrease or increase in density as it goes, right? And basically, so over here is no density, up here is all the density. And I'm trying to figure out how that works. I imagine I need some sort of X, Y, and Z value. Or in this case, a Y value. But if it's just one Y value, then that's not going to be... Oh, can you go to the horizontal stream? That's a very good question. You can try going to my YouTube channel and checking it live. It might not be there, though, because YouTube is just dumb. You know, I have an idea. I can just post the link in chat. Let me go and do that. For anyone who wants to go to the horizontal, there's the link. That should work. I don't know why it's not listed. It's kind of dumb. YouTube's really dumb. You would think that this would be easy. You'd think that there would be something within volume to do that, or it'd be displacement. But displacement is surface, not volume. I do have scale the distance between volume shader samples when rendering values more accurate and detailed results, but also increases render time. Well, let me try doubling that. That's line art. Two-part display custom properties. Let me, okay. Blender, light, scatter, fall off. Here we are. The issue is that the volume scattering domain is interacting with all the other lights on the scene to make it less visible. You could use a gradient texture node and a color ramp as detailed in the this answer. The expense of realism by suppressing shadow rays for on the volume scatter object and disabling volume scattering rays on the rest of the lamps. Okay, hold on. So using a gradient texture node and a color ramp. So I was close. Should I go on density or on color? It doesn't look like either of those are working. I already tried this. Oh, maybe factor. Hold on. Okay, I wish he actually showed how it freaking worked. Okay, hold on. You know what? I might have a solution. The entire time I have been using a sunlight. So the way that a sun works is it doesn't actually like have like an area. It literally just works. Right? Like it just puts light into the scene. So maybe ah, there we are. Okay. It was that simple. All right. That being said, I want it brighter. I want to increase the brightness of the light. Here's the sun. But it's gonna be too strong if I do that. Maybe maybe a point light would be spotlight. Let me go to layout. And we're going to move this in closer. Or we're going to have kind of the light fall off a lot sooner. Okay, that does work though. Where's light? There it is. Do I want it? Go like orange. The whole problem solved. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it goes, though, man. Like, you overthink things. It's really easy to overthink things. Okay, let's see how this looks. This was the whole reason we did this. Okay, that looks alright. Just fall off. It's good. More dense over here. Let's render one where he's closer to the light. Push that down. Like over here. Let's increase the density. Power. it's kind of a tricky balance because we don't want it to be darker. I want it to stay nice and bright. Try that. Still really dark. Alternatively, we could do a spotlight. Of course, that's very specific. But we're gonna light in that. Where's the I can map the distance, right? Beam shape. Yeah, I can kind of do that. That's a really crazy looking effect. That's not exactly what we're going for. Okay, that doesn't actually like staunch it. Okay, hold on. Let's say spotlight still. We primarily want or not spotlight, point light. But we can also do area light. Area is awfully powerful. And it's already as bright as we're gonna get as far as color goes. Now let's see here. Kind of like dark. Let's try something. Positing. Right, color dodge. Ah, here we are. Okay. Add. There we go. That's what we want. Lighten. I like color dodge the best. My go-to typically. That's what we want. Okay. Try rendering that and see how it comes out noise-wise. Okay. I'm actually going to go to, where's the spotlight? Not spotlight, the, oh, come on. There we go. Point light down here. Need like a kind of a blue light below him, so we're gonna do that. Okay. Oh, dang it, it didn't. Okay. There we go. Take a look at that. So I'm kind of having to manually blend things a little bit, which is a little annoying, but it is what it is. And technically I don't have to if I bring the room in and then just don't render it. Maybe I can do that. Hold on. Ah, but I can't do that. Ah, that doesn't look too bad. Kind of ties him to the ground. Yeah, I'd say that looks all right. I can do some like overlay stuff in DaVinci as well to kind of try to blend things together a bit more, so I'll probably do that as well. Unless I'm able to do it in compositing. I mean, technically I can. So I have mix, and then I'm pretty sure, I mean, well, constant RGB, yeah. So I could go with like a brightish orange, send that in here, that in here, here. And here. Overlay. Yeah. You can do that. I wonder if I could. Let's try something. I'm actually going to go to eyes, go to the shading eyes, because there's an emission, and go like really bright on the eyes. Go to compositing. And then where's the glare? Yeah. Yeah, that's maybe a little strong. But I can be a bit more bright with his eyes. Good. I'll probably like cut that in half. I do want his eyes to like really shine. 3. Try that. I wonder if I could do a vignette. That's maybe still a bit bright, but we'll go with it for now. That's why not. Just for the fun of it, let's see what this does. I'm curious. Oh boy. It's taking some time. Oh, maybe. Oh, is that what rendered? Oh, that's funny. Okay, so that's not how that works. Okay. What else have we got? Filter. Like all this stuff. I could add a glare to this. See what that does. Come on. Let's see for the fun of it. Oh shoot. It's gonna work. No. Of course not. Nah, doesn't seem to do anything. That's alright though. What the? Oh, blue. Nah, we want the kind of orange red. Although, I do think that overlaying nice soft blue, it's like soft light might be good. That looks nice. I wonder if I can get his shadows to be a bit more extreme. There we go. Try that. Yeah, I'll probably go with that as the look. Something like that. So, what that means is, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'll have to... Oh, maybe not. Actually, hold on, that might be too far. Still, it's too far. Maybe not. Nah, it's okay. That might not be a problem. I don't know yet. Yeah, we got kind of a Shadow Grim situation going on. Shoot, I just realized I may need to push the room back some. It's gonna throw the stuff in the air, and it might like look like it's landing on the door. That's the case. Not a huge deal. A little bit annoying, but not a huge deal. Okay, so what this means, I need to render out the rest of the image sequences. So we're gonna be waiting on that. Push that down. Okay. Tie down, there's the color. Okay. Okay, let's go and do the box first. So we're gonna want, we can turn rough off. I'm not gonna worry about gram, we can turn gram rough off. First thing we want, actually we do need to turn everything except for the box off. I want to make sure it's all off. Do we want to do box overlay? We want box overlay on a separate layer. Oh, that isn't. Okay, I guess I'll switch to this view for now. You guys can see the progress. We'll do some teak. Okay. If I don't want to animate the whole thing, just get stuff off and Mixamo. Mixamo is a decent way to, like, you know, find some placeholder stuff, or like if you're doing like render challenges and stuff like that. I've seen people do like for the massive animation collabs that Punisher publishes. Clint, I think his name is Clint, from Corridor Digital. He does these really cool. They're actually, I highly recommend going and checking them out. They're these massive animation collabs that people do. And give me a second here. You're going to export. I think that this is all just the box line work, right? Yeah. Okay. And basically, like, his whole thing is like, it's a render challenge, right? It's a 3D render challenge. And so I've seen people, they'll pull assets from some places like Mixamo or oh, what's the really big one? I can't remember. Sketchfab, that's it. Sketchfab. To, you know, develop these renders and stuff. That way they don't have to go in and animate by hand and whatnot. So yeah, stuff like that's great for if you're like just building a scene. You're not really worried about like the animation and stuff like that. Me, I'm being very specific with the animation I'm wanting to do, like, myself. So okay, export animation image sequence. Just gonna, yeah, it's gonna come up here. Of course it is. Okay, so now, okay, so let's go back here. Let's go into sequences. We're gonna do called the box. The box is gonna be in its own, and this is gonna be line work. Select that as the folder. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Basically, I'm going to set up all. You'll get to see how I set up my cells, which will be really fun. It's very simple. And the nice thing is, I mean, there will be like Z fighting, but it won't matter because of alpha stuff. Transparency. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. This is all, I think, technically doable in Clip Studio Paint. Everything that I'm doing. You really wanted to. I mean, especially if you're not doing a 3D model. But the benefit of a 3D space is that then I can do like real-time shadow, or not real-time, but I can bake shadows. I can do yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to move the room back. I can do just stuff with lighting in general. I can do compositing directly, which is handy. So there's a lot of benefits to using a 3D space to compile or composite your shots together. This can also be done in stuff like DaVinci. DaVinci has 3D tools. I haven't looked into it, but yeah. It's line work, color. Nice thing that the box is nice and simple. Oh, I didn't, dang it. Whatever. That's not a huge deal. It is a little bit annoying, but not a huge deal. But yeah, then we'll have to do we got to do his line work, his color. He doesn't have any shadows, which is nice. And then his eyes are on a separate layer. Actually, you might be able to do a like really scuffed shadow. Would I be able to? It might turn out really bad. The way to do like edge shadows, essentially. Okay, that's the box done. I'm not worried about tie down. Okay, that's right. We need to do flats. Well, okay, so file, export, animation, movement. Set this as. Oh, oops. What is this? Flats? Okay, so flats. That. And do brand flats. Okay. Oh man, this is almost done. I still need to do sound design, but that shouldn't be too too hard. I've got that. I'm more familiar with that than I am with anything I'm doing here. Oh shoot! I just realized I probably none of that probably. Well, no, that was the flats. The flats probably did. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hey, what's up, Nuke? Let's go ahead and turn off the clipping. The only clipping? I guess that is the only clipping. I could technically export it as... That might make certain things easier. I wouldn't have to fiddle with alpha as much. I'd already have the alpha baked in. Do I want to do it that way? I kind of do. Why not? There's actually no reason not to. Yeah, there's no reason not to. This just saves me. Whoops, that's print. Not what I wanted. I think that my work took over there for a second and immediately went to print it. Okay. All right. Hope you're doing well though, Nuke. How was the Ultraman? I got a little bit of it. Alright, let's see here. I still haven't gotten my camera working. I actually do know a way I could. I don't feel like doing it. I think I just need to reinstall some drivers. That should fix it. Question mark? This is eyes color, so yeah, good to see that. That's perfect. Okay, so that we can export animation as an image sequence. We want that under eyes. Been faceless for too long. Yeah, it has been a while. I just have been like, I can't be bothered, you know? I know, I should actually fix it. For all those people who want to stare at my beautiful face. In glorious... So I learned... that the device I'm using isn't just... What would it be? 720. Not just 720. By 720, I don't mean 1280 by 720. I mean 480 by 720. Because it's not progressive scan, which means it's interlaced, which means it's actually half resolution with the pixels just doubled. So, yeah. It's real low resolution. fun fact, I learned that Discord can't do interlaced video. It'll force your device to try to output progressive, and if you try to like force it, essentially, that's box rough. That's Grim rough. There's Grim's color. Oh, his ears are on a separate layer. That's okay. Right, that's how I did that. I want all the line work together though. But yeah, if you try, it'll basically try to force it to be progressive scan, and if you take something that's interlaced and you put it through a progressive decoding or whatever it would be, it winds up essentially like overdrawing, because like the way to think about it is it's like, oh, it expects so many pixels, right? It expects did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Have those pixels to draw, right? Well, I'm only handing it half the pixels it needs, so it looks all like really screwy, and only half the screen's actually like generating an image, and it's like a really messed up image because like it's all scrambled basically. So you know, the fun things you learn as you're doing all that. Okay, let's see. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to probably compile all of this, and then maybe fiddle around with it a little bit, but then I'll call it a night. It's almost 8 o'clock as is. Oh shoot, his hair, dang it. His hair, yeah. Oh, and the eyes. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's all the line work that I need. Oops, all right. Let me do that again. Select folder, line work. Okay. I'm really curious how the Xeroxing is going to turn out for Grem, because his line work is a little sloppier. So hopefully it turns out okay. I should have been more specific with it. Okay, that should be all the line work. Okay, so let's go back to box because this is the overlay over color. Look at that. Okay, on that. Okay. It's kind of funny because there's going to be a lot of like blank PNGs, but it's important for the sequence to work properly. Oh man. You watch the bars go up again. It's almost over. Just one more after this. And then we can get to the fun part. Oh, something that I've been doing in the background though, having some fun. I've been messing around with Archipelago. For those of you who don't know what Archipelago is, basically if you've ever seen like all the randomizers and stuff like that have been going on for a while, not like over 10 years. Well over 10 years. There's now it's been a thing for a little bit, but just started messing with it. There's a thing to basically make make it so that you can combine worlds, randomized worlds. Video game randomizers, yeah. So basically, it allows you to create a setup where multiple games have items in each other, so multiple people can run the game together and like give each other items and stuff like that as they go through the game. It's actually really fun. I've been messing around with that actually. It's amazing how many randomizers there are just out there. And I want to say like most of them, like a really vast majority of them are compatible. Even ones that aren't quote unquote officially supported, the way that the tools work is it's very robust, so it's able to there's workarounds basically. You can make it work. Okay, that's all the line work and junk. Let's switch back over to Blender. And switch it back over here. Okay. Okay, so okay, so this is how this works. So we're gonna go back to layout, and the nice thing is the way that this is set up is, you know, we're just dealing with this, so it's gonna be real simple. We are gonna turn off the lighting because we don't need it right now. And what we do is we go up to file here. You probably can't see it, unfortunately, but we go up to file, we say import, we say images as planes. And you won't see this, but that's okay. This is just me going to the sequence and selecting all the images. And let's start with the box, actually. So line work, select all that. All 413 frames, animate image sequence, and we say import. So I very specifically did not move anything. I have it set so that I could just bring it in. I didn't move any of the image planes around, so it automatically kind of orients itself. We want to go to shading really quickly because we need to. Uh-oh. We need to say closest. Of course, it's not showing up, which is interesting. Okay, and then the first, well, let me just import everything. And I'll have to like organize the layers. I'll have to remember how like I want them to be organized. Not Grim. Box. Let's import the color. Like I said, the nice thing is that the Z fighting won't be a huge factor. Okay. And Z fighting is basically if you have two planes. You've probably seen it in video games. If you have two planes in 3D right on top of each other, you'll see these weird like little Z's that go through, and it's all glitchy and stuff like that. The texture's like glitching out. That's called Z fighting. And typically that would be a problem for me because I'm stacking all these like right on top of each other. But there's a lot of like transparency and stuff like that, so it hasn't really been a factor, and it's not a huge thing to deal with in general. Yeah, it's X, so I want 0.0001 and negative 0.0001. And now you can see it is behind the line work, right? Dragon Ball Z fighting. That would actually be kind of a funny pairing. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I really struggled to figure out how to Xerox the line work, which is what I've been like talking about for nonstop ever since I started this project. So we have box color there. Can let me rename this box line work. There we go. Now I know. Okay. So let's go to shading, and now that's a little scary. Why am I not seeing the box? I'm gonna try restarting Blender real quick. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you gotta restart Blender. I don't know why. It just... Who knows? Let's see here, though. Okay, so... let's reference Wicker's line work. So this is what I did to Wicker's line work. It wasn't very much, but 4.9 and 10 on the contrast. So let's see if this works. Because last time it was super glitchy and like wouldn't do what I told it to. So, okay, so the alpha. So we're screwing with the alpha. We can disconnect you. We can take. We want contrast. Color, brightness, not gamma. Come on. Color, brightness, contrast. There it is. Okay. So it is like, what, 4.9 and 10? Something like that. And then take a RGB input, we put on black, we put that in the base color, and there we have it. Okay, there's our line work. I don't much care for how that looks. Let's crank the roughness. Wondering if I could bring that back. That's what I was a little bit afraid of, is the color is outside the line work. I should have been more specific. Well, let's see what we can do. Wonder if I can. I have an idea. The color, the brightness and contrast, and let's crank the contrast. That kind of works. Okay, that looks better. Okay. Okay, so that's the box done. Now, we'll bring Grem in. Actually, well, that's gonna get interesting. It shouldn't be a problem though. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's import, file, import. Images as planes. Sequence. Box. Overline work. Bring this in. Oh. Oh, shoot. Ah, got it. Ah, crap. Okay, so this is the mistake I made. I just imported 400 PNGs, not as an image sequence. What that means is it is currently producing 414 individual planes as images. God. I don't know why it doesn't automatically select images sequence. That is so irritating. Those might take a while. Very frustrating. So this might take a while. Can I? Okay. We're just gonna close. We're gonna restart. If I have to redo that, then whatever. I don't think I saved, but it didn't take me hardly any time. In the process, Windows. Figure it out. I can't stand Windows. If I tell you to close a program, like close it, Windows. Like actually, come on. Also start Task Manager. Freaking hate Windows. In the process. Oh my gosh, why do they keep making it worse? Why is it so impossible to end a process? Why is it so impossible to start Task Manager? I hate Windows. I can't wait till I have a friggin' Linux environment properly set up. It's mostly set up. There, finally. Freaking swear, man. Okay. I had to crash that. Where are we at? Okay, so we just need to do a little bit of editing. Line work. Yes. Okay. So, all right, let's do that again. 9 and 10. And we want roughness cranked, and we want to go to color. We want to crank the roughness on that. And we want to brightness and contrast the alpha. That should be fine. Save that. Come back here. Okay, and re-import. Time to import. Do it properly this time. Don't break anything. Not Grim. Come on. Not that yet. Box. Over the line art. I almost did it again. Okay, so now what we're going to do with this one is we're actually going to set this at positive 0.0005. And we're gonna need to set this up. It looks all right now, but if we take away the line work, then it doesn't look good. And we need it to look good on its own. So input, or color, brightness contrast, 4.9, 10, and do closest. There we go. That's good. Put that back on. Here, file, import. Images as plain, sequence, box. Overline work. Oh, not overline work, over color. Actually, I'm going to push it up to like 0.0006. This is going to be 0.0005. There we go. And we're gonna go box color over, go to shading. It look terrible, but it looks bad enough that I'm gonna I do closest. Oh, it looks better. Also increase the roughness. Do that on the overline work as well. Inner line. Oh. I need to turn off the other color temporarily. Do that. Layout. Okay, let's import the line work now. File. Actually, I'm going to have to turn off color so that I can actually see the line work. File. Import. Plane sequence from line work. Okay. Go to shading. Closest. Give ourselves some contrast. 4.9 by 10. Okay, so there's our. That should be good. A little heavy. But it's gonna kind of have to be because of the ears. Because the ears are kind of thin in comparison. Look at that though. Unless we do this. Maybe this will help. Not really. We'll go with it. Fine. Looks fine. Oh, that's the other thing I need to do. Roughness, give me clear line work. Shift A, not Shift A. File, import. Planes, sequence. Color. Animate sequence. There we go. Okay, so that's one thing. So rim line work. I need to set him at 0.0004. And then the green can be, or his color can be there. That's fine. I do need to go to color fading. I don't need to do much here, but I do need to turn that up. And then there's one more. File, import, images as planes. His eye. There we go. Now, eyes, I'll need to make an emission. Okay, I need to set this at 415. I like that frame. We'll go with that. Put that on. And we'll do like the color overlay stuff as well soon. It'll actually be a lot easier. Light will look like. And it's completely broken, so I need to restart Blender again. That works. Why isn't that working? Oh, the area light's off. No, that doesn't matter. Well, shoot, something broke. Oh, gosh. Why? What's going on there? Huh? Why is that working? What is going on? I may need to set up a separate scene. It doesn't matter. I don't know what happened. Something broke something though. Frick. Why? Is it because things are... Well, that might cause problems. Is it because... Okay, I'm guessing it's because layers are like over each other. Let me try something. Okay, so there's a lot of Z fighting, like we could see all that, right? Let me just try. Okay, now it's black. Yeah, so something is interfering with the lighting. Okay, so that helped. I pushed it all behind. What is overlaying in such a way that it's breaking everything? What was that? That's the overline work. Okay. So for some reason, these are interfering. It's closest. Hold on. Yeah, I need to know specifically who's interrupting what. Okay. Grem's line work is closest. I changed that to linear. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. So that, I'm guessing, is the problem. Why would that interrupt that though? That doesn't, see, that doesn't make sense. I don't understand that. Boy, that's annoying. Okay, what's interrupting Wicker? Combination of things? It seems like it's a combination of things. Oh, hey, okay, now it's working. Kind of. Eyes on? Eyes are on. Yeah. Oh, it was not designed to do this. I am learning. Well, oh, I forgot to do the confetti. Whatever, I'll do the confetti later. I at least know if there's too many stacked up on top of each other, basically. Essentially, they're existing in the same space. It should be all the line work. Why is the line work being left behind? Oh, is it because... Why are you all in the same place? You shouldn't all be in the same place. Am I getting like floating point errors? I swear. Why is that above? This was supposed to be simple. It really was. Why are you... This is really annoying. Why does it do that? Okay. Tell you what. 0, 4. I should see the color. Why am I not seeing the color? It can't do values that small? Really? And why the frick does it let me? This does. This has all the values I want. Oh, but it's negative. Is it because I'm going positive? Wow, is that actually a thing? I'm learning really weird things about this program. Okay, fine. Tell you what. Grem line work. Grem line work. Where's the Grem line work? Where's this line work? It's right there. I already selected on it. Okay. Negative 0.0003. Okay. Eyes. Negative 0.0004. Blender is special. Yeah, something. Grem color. Negative 0.0005. Box line work. Over 0.0006. I'll sort that later. Box over color. Negative 0.0007. Did I do negative for the last one? I didn't. Oh, shoot. Negative. That's negative, that's negative, that's negative, that's negative, that's negative. That's negative. That's not negative. Negative 0.0008. Negative 0.0009. Okay, what's wrong? Everything is successively returning. Why is this line work so screwy? Does it need to be exactly 10? No. Man, I was so doggone close, man. Rim color is like completely scuffed. Okay, is there any... This one? One, that's 0. Okay, maybe I need to go 4. Maybe 4. And successively, we're just gonna... Ah, it's so close, man. It works. It like Wicker's over here, like friggin' living his best life, and like for whatever reason, Grim is just like his color is freaking out. Why? Okay, let's just. We'll do the overlay stuff later. Let's see if we can just get this working. So what's throwing a fit now? The line work. Why is the line work throwing a fit? Okay, that definitely causes problems. Is my alpha wrong? No. Wait, that wouldn't have... Why? Is there like some like transparency issue? Is there like a thing where it's like, oh, you can only have so many transparencies, blah, blah, blah. Why would that? No, that doesn't make sense. I want to stack 15 billion things as transparent layers. Why wouldn't you let me? Is it a render thing? Hold on, like that's volumes, film, transparent. Freestyle, color management. Is there a hard limit? I mean, it's not the end of the world. I know what I can do if I need to. It is annoying, though. And that is, I can create another scene. It should work. Oh, great. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Where is Graham? Yeah, here he is. Okay. I didn't bring over the lights, though. So, area light. I brought the camera over. Point light 1 and 2. One thing I don't understand, did I like turn off the world or something? Okay. Well, let's test this now. And it's working. This color's blurring out a bit. Is there seriously a capped number of transparent layers I can have? Come on, Blender. Let me push you to your absolute freaking limits, why don't you? Okay, So, that means is I need to combine sequences. That's not right. That'll change. Unless, no, I need to delete all of this. Okay, hold on. Okay, so what I need to do is in here merge them together. I think I can do that with a not alpha convert, alpha over. Oh, what the what's going on there? Okay, that's just a weird error. I don't know what the weird highlight is, but it's not real. So, you know, I'm not going to worry about it then. Scenes, render layers, not wicker, Grem. Wrong. Theory. Real quick. Why isn't there anything? Where is my everything? Come on, where is he? Should be right there. Let's just try rendering. I just realized. Okay, where did Grem go? What the heck? What's going on? Okay, if I go to layout and I go to Grem and I hit F12, there he is. Oh. There it is. Go to Wicker. Try re-rendering. On. Okay, so I must not be doing something right for the... Okay, tell you what, we're gonna actually speed this process up. I don't need to see the whole room yet. Well, now he's working. Oh my gosh, come on. Where is he? Yeah, okay, there he is. All right. So now if I plug him into here... Oh, wait, hold on. It's this. Oh no. Can I combine alphas? Alpha convert, set alpha. Oh, can I, oh, please tell me I can combine alphas. Alpha convert. Okay, if we take this and do this. Oh gosh. Shoot. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh gosh. Has to be a way. I mean, there's mix, combine colors, mix color. Oh wait. Hold on, I do need to do something. And that's, I need to set the scene as transparent. Why does that look so weird? Does that have it always looked? No. What's all this? Well, I said it's a transparent, but why is it? Oh, cycles. There we go. Okay. Let's try that. I mean, actually, let's try now. Come on, I'm so close. Oh. 1 second. I gotta change the settings. For one thing, it needs to be on GPU compute. Thank you very much. 16. Noise, all that kind of stuff. That's black. Why? Oh my god. Why? What's preventing it? Okay. It's the line work and the no, it's the color. Well, why are you being so difficult? Oh, man. In theory, so all of these are all in different layers. I'm trying to, like, is there some kind of, like, maybe I could turn off shadows. Hold on. Where's the light? I want to turn off shadow. The cast shadows. How do I? Oh, come on, I've seen it. There. Okay. Okay, I think I know what the problem is. All right. Which means I can actually I can go back. Okay, hold on. Okay, that makes some sense. Can I cut? No, I can't. Okay, all I need to do is I need to go here, turn off cast shadows, all this stuff, and it'll just work, right? Come on, what? That worked though, dang it. I think. It worked for this. Any other light? No. We're still getting some weird things. I guess maybe that was like another issue. Okay, well, whatever. Dang it. I was really hoping that would work. What was it? Wait a minute. Now it's not rendering like half the stuff. Okay, hold on. Okay. We're gonna have to do two separate things. Maybe I can get it to work, but for now it's just being really difficult. Just try something here. It's still coming out black. This. vectors? No, I can't. Okay, let's try this. What is going on? Okay, fine. I'm gonna go glare directly in there. We're gonna bypass this completely. What's going on? Why? Okay, what? Oh, I'm a friggin' moron. Okay, fine. And it works. Okay, hold on. Let's re-examine this. Alpha over into here, into here. Can we use this? No, we cannot. Okay, if I do this, that disappears. So I need to somehow combine these alpha. Oh, how do I do that? I can think of a way. This is really convoluted. This is really dumb, but I can think of a way. 1 second. I know what I need to do. Yet another scene. Because don't have enough of those yet. And we're going to call this baked alpha. Because we are going to bake some alphas. We're going to immediately set this to cycles. GPU. And basically all we're going to do is we're going to import file import images as planes sequence Wicker's flats and maybe his line work as well. Oh, did I seriously just do that? Frick off, man. Oh. Why? Why does it change if it's an image sequence or not? Oh my gosh. That's so stupid. Set it to one or the other, for goodness sakes. That's ridiculous. That's so frustrating. I have to go through this whole song and dance again to try to close this stupid program. Close the program, cancel. And I need to probably rebuild stuff. Okay, it's mostly all the same. Okay. Okay, whatever. That's like that and that. That is so irritating. Why would you change that? Why would you have that change? That makes no sense. Okay. New. Cycles, GPU compute. Why doesn't it have standards? This doesn't matter. Okay. So now, file over here, import image as planes. Animate the sequence. For goodness sakes. Oh, shoot. We need to align this. Tell you what, there's an easier way to do this. I'm gonna go down here. Oh, of course I don't have the flats. Hold on. But I do. That's the line work. That's fine. First color. I don't... That'll do, actually. I just need the camera now. Let me grab both of those from Grim as well here. Grim line work. And box line work and box color and Grim color. Copy that here. Oh no. Okay, I need to change the... Oh wait, hold on. Hold on, this. Oh gosh, dang it. Why do these not interact well? What is with these? I just need it to... Now what's the problem? I don't understand. Is it this? No, what is going on? Blender. Do I need to update Blender? Is like this a 4.0 issue and like exclusively 4.0 or something? Maybe I just need to update. I don't know. Man, this is annoying. I mean, this is not complicated. Blender can do way more complicated things than this. Why am I running into all these problems? This is not that complicated. And it's just a black screen. Cool. Okay. Can I like combine these? Join. Why did it? You know, come to think of it. Well, okay. Let me try something. I need to delete the line work, the box overlay, the color, and the line work for Grim. And I'm going to import again. File, import. We're just planes. Grim. Why is this not working now? I don't even need, like, I just want it black and white. I don't even need it to be aidless emit. I don't... Maybe one of these is like... Use alpha straight. Like maybe like some of that is wrong. I just imported it and it's still screwed up. What is going on? And why is it doing that all of a sudden? Why is it importing like that and not like the other way? What is wrong with this program? Oh my word. I just want it to work. And it doesn't. Okay, maybe. Okay, sorry, it's Grem, so. Okay. Okay. We started for the 8 billionth time and it seems to have worked. Import images, planes. We're gonna do the line work now. Sequences from. I don't even need the color or anything like that. I'm not doing this for the color. I'm literally just doing this for the alpha. I just want the alpha. I don't even need the line work. The only reason I'm doing the line work is again for the alpha. Okay. Box. We need the color and we need the line work. That's it. File, import, images, planes, sequence, box, and the line work. All we need for this scene. Okay, so now I go to shading. I don't even need the base color. Actually that doesn't matter. Okay, so now I can go to compositing. I can go to this on cycles? Yeah. That's the alpha bake. Okay. So if I go back down to Wicker, now what I should be able to do is say input, scene, render layer, here. This should be alpha bake. Be able to take this alpha, put it into here, and this should work. It's the alpha of everything in there. Oh, did I do transparent? Oh, we're gonna find out. It shouldn't matter. Where's Grem? Where's Grem? Why isn't Grem there? Why? Why? What's going on? What is actually wrong with this program? I want to freaking die, man. Like, is it the stupid lighting issue? No, there he is. I would at least get him. I don't know where the box is. What is going on with this? I just want the alpha. I just want the alpha. Come on. This is so frustrating. I don't understand it. But then this is just gone. Like, why is this? I don't understand. Yeah, it is a transparent layer. I really, like, I'm at a loss right now. Like, every time I think I understand something... Every time I think I understand something, it's just like... It just throws a monkey wrench into the works, and it's just like... No explanation. It's like... Why can't I see Grem here, and not in compositing? Why? Like actually why? Why is that a thing? It's like 6 objects. It's only 4 layers. I've done this before. Like, do I need to separate these layers? Maybe if I, like... Negative 0.00. Maybe I need to separate them. Maybe they're like stacked up on top of each other. That didn't really work. It almost worked. The problem is I don't understand this. I don't even want the color. Can I just get the alpha? Everything is here. Everything's here. There it is. I don't understand how that's even possible. Get there eventually? Yeah, when Blender decides that I can. Like, that's the problem. The problem is that, like, I have no idea what's going wrong. Okay, hold on. Let me... Maybe, like, a different shader? Emission, glass, glossy, like... Or, like, an alpha shader? Like, I just alpha. Give me alpha. I will happily take just the alpha of all this stuff. There is holdout. Is that... I don't know what that does. I don't understand. Okay, let me try... I actually don't even need all this. I don't know, maybe this is like screwing with things. It is a layer thing? Okay, that's 0.0003. So let me do negative 0.006. That's a 0, so that shouldn't matter. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, let me go to compositing. Okay. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, there we go. Why it's showing me that? Oh yeah, it's because of that. Okay, that. What the fuck? Okay, did it not refresh properly? That looks correct. I think I'm doing things that this program was never meant to do. Just a hunch. Okay. Layering's not right. Just a pain, but that's okay right now. That works. Oh my gosh, that took way too much effort. Holy crap. I'm gonna call it a night. I've got some other work I need to do. But geez, it's working. Kinda. Just realized that's kind of not right. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have... Oh gosh, I hope that's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, I'll worry about that later, either way. Oh my word, that only took a million years. Okay, I'm gonna call it a night. Almost 4 hours, jeez. I mean, it is fun, like, figuring stuff out. I just wish that Blender, like, worked better. I'm gonna try like updating. I don't know. Maybe like I think 5.0's come out. Maybe like all these are like bugs that have been like fixed. You know, like I don't know. Either way, I'll catch you guys on Thursday. Probably doing more of the same. I don't know. We'll see. It's not gonna be this long of a stream probably, but yeah. Either way, have a good one. Catch you later. Thursday's next stream, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Yeah. See ya.